Happy Thursday, Indians. We have quite the show for you today. Sports are finally starting with the boys basketball team traveling to Madison tonight and the girls playing tomorrow at home. Let's get the season started on the right foot.
Taylor's got some important school announcements, Matt's highlighting the band, and much, much more.
First, we're going to hear from Mascoutah's own Mrs. Whiteside about the No Place for Hate assembly last year.
I teach social studies classes. Of course, I have U.S., World Cultures and Geography, and AP Euro this year. And hopefully next year, we will have the African American Studies class through SWIC. I'm a sponsor of the No Place for Hate, along with some other teachers, and also the Model UN with Mrs. Links.
What exactly is No Place for Hate?
So No Place for Hate is really a club where we're bringing in all different types of kids who basically want to make sure we make some changes in our school, in our community. And what we want to do is be able to break down some barriers, whether it be students who are dealing with bullying, hatred, discrimination, racism, whatever it may be. We're trying to basically eradicate that on this campus, and that's our goal.
What inspired you to put on the assembly last year?
Well, I know that a lot of students came up to me and they asked, what can we do for Black History Month? The kids wanted to just kind of showcase some things, bring all the kids together, not just African American students, but all the students of Mascoutah celebrating for the month of February. And basically the excitement came from the kids thinking about all the different things they could do. They got together in groups and kind of came up with ideas of different things we can put in the program. Teachers got involved, Mr. Rice. I can go on, Ms. Jers, many different teachers were willing to help other students showcase their talents.
In your opinion, what was the most rewarding thing to come out of the assembly?
I think the most rewarding thing is that the kids got a chance to, I think, actually showcase themselves and just kind of see some of their things that they could possibly do. I know it's been a while since the school had did a program such as that. And just looking at how all the different students and teachers got involved, I think was the best thing that came out of it.
What was it like to get to perform with your son?
That was crazy. My middle one, who actually was a senior at the time, was like, no way. And so I asked my oldest one, who was also helping with the basketball girls team. He decided to do it. And of course, it was, the poem was one of those things that a mom would actually say to her son. And so it was a connection between the both of us as far as a connection to the students. And
what all went into getting the assembly ready together?
Wow, what went into getting the assembly ready? Well, it was a lot of work. I don't think people realize all the people that were involved behind the scenes. Me and Ms. Ortega were working like a tag team. She'd be doing a lot of behind the scene things. I'd be meeting with the students to practice. We had Mr. Rice with the choir. We had Mrs. Googe with the band and the band doing their thing. And then we also had Mr. Doreen Erickson, Andrew Sanker, all behind the scenes doing the mics, making sure everyone was in, and the filming was going great. I can go on. There's definitely more people like Mr. Ridgely, who did the programs, admin, Mr. Yunker, who was putting together the schedule so all the students could be a part and see the actual event. So we asked me what went into it. It was a lot of love and hard work that the entire school got involved in.
Well, son, I'll tell you. Life for me ain't been no crystal stair. It's had tacks in it, splinters, boards torn up, and places with no carpet on the floor, bare. But all the time, eyes have been to climbing on, and reaching landings, and turning corners, and sometimes going in the dark, where there ain't been no light. So boy, don't you turn back. Don't you sit down on those steps because you find it's kind of hard. Don't you fall now, for eyes are still going, honey. Eyes are still climbing. And life for me ain't been no crystal stair.
Hey Mascoutah, I'm Taylor Springer and I'm going to be filling you in on some school news and announcements. Anyone who's interested in trying out for the boys soccer team needs to contact Coach Carr ASAP if you are not already attending the team workouts and meetings. The Google Classroom code is shown. A reminder for all students involved in an IHSA sport that are interested in traveling abroad in the summer of 2022. Contact Coach Reynolds or Coach Stepp ASAP. The deadline to purchase yearbooks this year is February 26th and the cost is $65. Finally, No Place for Hate has a few events going on to celebrate Black History Month. There are 2 contests. An art logo contest throughout the whole month of February, and a poetry slam contest happening February 1st through the 17th. There are flyers posted around the school for these 2 events. Well, after all that information, I hope you feel well informed. Make sure to keep checking your Google Classroom pages for more announcements.
Ever since COVID hit, movie theaters have shut down. Even before the pandemic hit us, theaters were slowly declining in popularity, and revenue was dropping. With the whole theaters being able to be rented out for $99 for you and your friends, may have helped the business in short term, but how could it help for the long run? With the recent Trolls World Tour being marketed as the first full home release for a specific streaming service, the movie became one of the most selling movies of 2020. That shows big companies like Sony and Disney that the box office numbers may not count that much anymore. We don't know what the future holds for movie theaters. Who knows, they may have a resurgence. For Tribe Talk, I'm Logan Watson.
Sports are finally starting and the boys basketball season kicks off today at Madison. Due to health concerns, fans are not permitted to attend games this year. If you wish to watch the games, you can go to mhs.msd.org. Go to Menu, Athletics and Streaming, and then Live Stream MSD 19 events. You will need to make a free account using the code on the screen. There are many events to look forward to this spring. Wrestling is hosting an outdoor tournament. The tournament will take place on our very own alumni field. Baseball and softball are preparing for wooden bat tournaments. Football games are taking place in the spring this year. Football games are always something to look forward to. There's just a small update on what's to come this spring, and expect more to come in the near future. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Jace. We're all excited to have sports back.
Remember, crowds are limited, so be sure to visit the NFHS network to stream all our home games live.
We're going to finish out today's show by celebrating another influential African American. Let's take it over to Hunter and see what he's got.
Continuing our weekly spotlight on Black History Month, this week we wanted to highlight the tremendous life, legacy, and career of baseball legend Hank Aaron. When thinking about revolutionary athletes, the one man we tend to think of is none other than Jackie Robinson, but a point could be made that the legacy of Hank Aaron left just as big of an impact. Hank Aaron was born on February 5, 1934 in Mobile, Alabama. Growing up, his love for the game of baseball began to blossom as Jackie Robinson paved the way for black athletes. Aaron was seen as a hitting prodigy, so much so that he got his first major league tryout at the age of 15 for the Brooklyn Dodgers. While he didn't make the team, he went on to dominate in Negro Leagues, playing for teams in Indianapolis, Boston, and even his hometown in Mobile, Alabama. Even though Hank Aaron was a monster on the baseball field, he wasn't able to escape racism and prejudice off the field. The morning before a game in Washington, D.C., a hotel breakfast crew smashed every plate the team used before they were finished because the team was all black. At the age of 22, Hank Aaron was officially onto the Major League. Aaron had a spectacular career in the majors, and he currently holds the record for the most RBIs, extra base hits, and total bases. And in 1982, he was inducted into the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame. Aaron went on to become a senior vice president for the Atlanta Braves and encouraged many minorities to get into baseball through many camps and programs set up by him. In 2002, former President Bush awarded Aaron with the Presidential Medal of Freedom and was awarded the Thurgood Marshall Lifetime Award by the NAACP in 2005. Just as Jackie Robinson paved the way for him, Hank Aaron passed the torch to many great baseball players such as Barry Bonds and Ken Griffey Jr. Regardless of skin color, Hank Aaron is one of the greatest baseball players of all time, period. His work and effort on the field is that of an all-time legend. His career has left a reminder in the hearts of many, a reminder of just how much a black athlete can do. Reporting for Tribe Talk, I'm Hunter Phillips, and as always, have a good weekend. Make sure to stay safe and stay classy, Mascoutah.